Hello, how you doing? This is Roland Webb with theordinaryinvestor.com. Just giving you an update. I just found some great information that I just really wanted to share with you. This is my website, www.theordinaryinvestor.com. But there was just some information about compound interest that I just happened to see, and it was by some stuff by J.P. Morgan Chase. And let me just go there so we can take a look at it. The first graph is here. This is a J.P. Morgan Chase article, I believe from 2014. This is the graph from the article. It's businessinsider.com/compound interest retirement funds 2014. So you can see the website at the top of the screen. Anyway, let's look into this because this is how you grow a legacy here, learning how to invest. Let's take a look at this. So Susan invests $5,000 annually between the ages of 25 and 35 years old. So she invests a total of $50,000. Where's Susan's line? Susan's line is right here. Now she stopped investing at 35, and over time that 50,000 built up to 602,000. Now this is assuming that we have a 7% annual return on average of 7% annual return. So that's kind of high, but we'll go with it for this chart. So look, I mean, that is clearly, we're talking about over 1,000% return on her money here just by investing early. Okay, from 25 to 35, it nets her $600,000. Okay, that is a large return on investment just for doing it that early. All right, let's look at Bill. Bill invests $5,000 between the ages of 35 and 65. Now, most of us don't really start until 35, but he invests $150,000, and over time from 35 to 65, that grows to $540,000. Now, that's pretty good. I mean, you're talking about at least 400% ish, close to 400%. So at least 300% you got on that one. So Bill, you tripled your money, investing at 35 to 65. So you did a good job. Now let's look at Chris. Now Chris invests $5,000 annually between the ages of 25 and 65. So he started early and continued to invest. He invests a total of $200,000, and over time, when he retires at age 65, he has a nice $1 million retirement, and he only put in $200,000, so that's over 500% return on his money. So we are talking about the power of compound compound interest, I'm sorry. And it all starts with investing, and investing young. So when we start this legacy for our kids, for ourselves, we got to start doing these things and investing in these companies, because the savers don't really get this kind of interest. Now let me show you another chart that has some saving information on it. It's another one from JP Morgan, but just keep in mind here, this is interesting stuff. You can start a legacy for your children right now. You can start a legacy if you're young for yourself right now, but you got to start doing this stuff right now. $5,000 is something that is attainable for a 25 to 35-year-old. You just have to be disciplined. $5,000 is attainable to do that. Let me go to something that's a little bit more far-fetched. This is another chart. Again, JP Morgan again. Now this has Chloe, Quincy, Lila, and Noah. So let's look at the different situations. We'll start from Noah. Noah saves from age 25 to 65. Now he's been a saver his whole life, but in a savings account you don't earn that much. This is high for savings even now. Like right now, savings like point something. But if he gets 2.25% savings from 25 to 65, this is 40 years of saving. He will end up on the low end of the scale. Now, saving is good because you need to be able to save first before you invest. So you save to invest. But I mean, he's at the low end of the scale. I mean, he put in $400,000, and at the end of his retirement, that's grown. Now it's grown by 50% of what he put in. So he's still got $650,000. That's not bad. But it could have grown more. Maybe he was a little bit more risky with it, and he could have actually afforded to probably be a little bit more risky when he was younger. Let's look at Lila. Now, she's a typical person. She invests from 35 to 65 years old. And when you invest, you get a little bit higher percentage return over time. Now, with that, she invested $300,000. And now, at her retirement age of 65, at a 6.5% interest rate yearly, she has $919,000. Now that's a 300% rate of return there. 300% of what she put in is what she's retiring with. That's awesome. Let's look at Quincy. Quincy just started investing early. He invested early, hard. Now this is you got to keep in mind, this is a little bit far-fetched because it's $10,000 invested in a year annually. So keep that in mind. But he invested from 25 to 35. So he only invested for 10 years. And it was 100,000 total, but he got that compounding effect a lot sooner than a lot of the others did. And he ended up with almost the same amount as Lila, or no, I'm sorry, more than Lila. And he has 950,000, but he only put in 100,000. Hello, Lila put in 300,000, but because she started later, she got to the same point as Quincy did. But guess what? Quincy only had to invest for 10 years. There's still 30 other years in there that he didn't invest at all. And he still had more than Lila did, who started 10 years after he did and invested 3 times or at least 2 times the amount that Quincy did. Okay, 3 to 2 times more, however you want to see it. It's a 300% increase in the amount you're putting in there. I mean, wow. Okay, now let's go here. Chloe. Now she started early and she finished. She started early and she was consistent. She did this for 40 years. And she has a total of $400,000. And over time, guess where she's at? $1.8 million. That is that's over 400% of the money that she invested. And now she's only sitting close to $2 million. So with a modest lifestyle, you can do retirement just with that alone. Hopefully she also saved on the side, but hey, you're going to be okay, I think, with just about $2 million, or you can at least make that work in these days and age. So this is a valuable lesson. Compound interest is very powerful, and it's very, very important that we teach people how to do this at a young age, and that if we're not doing it, to start doing it, because what you don't want is to start with 400, save 400, and then only have 400. When if maybe you had took on a little bit of risk, you could have had more than that. So this is Rolling with the Ordinary Investor. I think I'm going to actually try to do a newsletter or something about this, because I just think it is so awesome that we explore what is happening with compound interest, and we explore all the different things that are going on with investing and why it's so important to invest. But anyway, this is Roland Webb with The Ordinary Investor, www.theordinaryinvestor. I will have some courses coming to you soon, probably close to the summertime area. But just check us out, log in, shoot your email to us so we can start getting out these free newsletters to you. I think I'm going to go ahead and start putting out some free newsletters just for people to be able to learn from this, to learn, because it's important to learn. And I know learning and executing are two different things. So I'm going to give you some things so that you can learn. You can kind of roll with me. And then maybe if you feel like you want to take a course later on down the line, you can do so if you think that I'm giving you some value now, but take that information, share it. Only thing I want right now is for people to come to the website, www.theordinaryinvestor.com, just to get my hits up. That's all I'm asking for right now. So if you enjoyed this video, pass it along to somebody so they can enjoy it, so they can learn from it. And, hopefully down in the future, you'll be able to come and sit in the class, and maybe I'll come out to your town or your city and be able to talk to a group with you in it, or that you put together, or something of that nature. And we're all going to learn this stuff together. And I'm going to help you along the way. I've been through a lot of pain. I'm in the market now, but I've also had a lot of successes, and I've learned a lot from it, which is why The Ordinary Investor is so important. This is my baby, and just enjoy the ride here. Again, thanks again. This is Roland with The Ordinary Investor. Take care and have a wonderful day.